In the previous chapter, Kate and Lily discovered the horrifying 1981 recording hidden beneath the lighthouse. For the first time, the truth was revealed. The ghost girl had once been human before becoming a terrifying creature after a dark ritual. At the same time, the chained shadow revealed himself as the man who sealed her away decades ago. But just as the recording ended, two glowing white eyes appeared in the darkness, and the creature whispered beside Kate's ear, "Now it's your turn." Now the story continues from there. Kate instantly turned around, but nobody was there. The room remained buried in darkness while the broken projector screen flickered weakly against the walls. Lily's hands trembled uncontrollably. Then suddenly, the wooden door slammed shut by itself. Bang! Both girls jumped backward in fear. At that exact moment, the old photographs hanging across the walls began shaking violently. Several frames crashed onto the floor. Kate pointed her flashlight toward them and froze. The faces inside the pictures had changed. Before, they showed lighthouse workers. But now, every photograph showed only Kate and Lily. Some images showed them drowning inside the ocean. Others showed them running through the flooded tunnel. And in one horrifying photograph, both girls stood smiling with completely white eyes. Lily burst into tears. "This place is showing us what's going to happen to us." Then somewhere in the corner of the room, someone laughed. Slow, broken, like a throat filled with water. Kate slowly turned her flashlight toward the darkness. The little girl stood there again, but now her appearance looked far worse than before. Her arms stretched almost to the floor, while black water dripped constantly from her tangled hair. Dark liquid spread beneath her feet, as if the shadows themselves were leaking from her body. Then slowly, she tilted her head sideways, and using Lily's exact voice, she whispered, "Kate, help me." Kate realized the horrifying truth. The creature could now imitate them perfectly. Suddenly, every light inside the room switched on, and what Kate saw next nearly stopped her heart. Thousands of names covered the walls, names of missing people. Every person who had disappeared near the lighthouse for decades. Some names had been crossed out using dark red stains. Others remained untouched. But near the center of the wall, two fresh names had just appeared. Kate. Lily. Lily screamed. At the same moment, thick black water began pouring from the ceiling. Shadows twisted beneath the rising flood surrounding their feet. Then the projector suddenly turned on again by itself. But this time, it was not showing an old recording. It was showing a live video feed. The tunnel appeared on the screen. The chained shadow stood there alone. And behind him, something enormous moved inside the darkness. Something so massive the entire tunnel walls trembled around it. Then through the projector speakers, the deep, distorted voice returned. "She's awake." The screen suddenly glitched violently, and 1 second later, the chained shadow was dragged screaming into the darkness. Only his horrifying scream echoed through the speakers before the screen turned completely black. Kate stepped backward in panic. "There's something else down there." Suddenly, the entire lighthouse shook violently. Above them, the storm over the ocean had grown stronger, while seawater rushed rapidly into the underground tunnels. Then, without warning, another wall inside the room exploded apart. Crash! Behind it stood a hidden staircase descending deeper underground into total darkness. Cold air drifted slowly upward from below and mixed within the darkness. Came the sound of singing. A little girl singing softly. "Come down." Lily's expression suddenly changed. Her eyes became empty, as if she were hypnotized. Slowly, she started walking toward the staircase. Kate screamed desperately, "Lily, stop!" But Lily kept moving. Then deep below the staircase, dozens of glowing white eyes slowly opened inside the darkness. And at that exact moment, something gigantic began crawling upward from beneath the lighthouse. Something so terrifying, even death itself would fear seeing it.